Hello everyone, Lewis from Scrubwood Studios here with another unboxing video. Bit of a different sort this time because this box you see here in front of the camera right now actually contains, or should contain if it's the right parcel, 3 dinosaur models instead of 1 like I usually do. So rather than reviewing them all at once, I'm going to open the box and then I'm going to, like a lucky dip, pick out a random one, and then that will be what we review today, and then I'll record separate videos for the other 2. Tell me if you like this tactic, or if in future, if I get big hauls, should I just review, like, do them all at once? Alright, without further ado, right, okay, I am now looking behind the camera, and with my hand, I've got the box open by the way, I'm going to reach in and pull out something randomly. Okay, we've got some cardboard, we have some more cardboard, we got, I feel bubble wrap, ooh, I'm getting a hold of something papery. Okay, there's our fact sheet slash packaging slip. We can have a look at that in a sec. And, oh, I've got a bag. Ta-da! We have the CollectA 2021 Neovenator Scenting Prey as our first thing to review. Before we get our Neovenator out the bag, I'm just going to quickly show you the packaging slip that you get whenever you order from Everything Dinosaur. Not the packaging slip, sorry, the dino data sheet. It's got some cool facts, classification, the meaning, statistics, various other facts. All cool stuff. I won't, if you want to pause and read these, go ahead, but I'm not going to focus on this too much. All cool stuff though. Now, going on to the bag, it's already open, I noticed. I haven't opened this. So, let's get out. It is very small. Like, I knew this thing was quite small because of the images I've seen. But it's smaller than I expected. For context, here's Frost from Prehistoric Valley, the Carnegie Cryolophosaurus. And this is quite a small figure, and it's, you know, it's quite a bit larger than our Neovenator here. These animals probably would have been about the same length in real life. And so it's in like a tray. Oh, it's popped out of the tray a bit. That's not so great, but there's a little collector like tag. Let's get him out of his tray right now. Alright, there we go. Now, the feet are a little oversized, I'll point out immediately. They should be just a little bit smaller realistically, but that's to help it stand, which brings on the question of, can it stand up? It does stand up. Ooh, stands up pretty well actually, so at least the oversized feet aren't for nothing. Let me just remove this tag real quick and we'll jump to a closer look. So starting out with a bit of a closer look at our Neovenator, we'll start with the head. See if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. The head's really quite nice. The first thing that obviously strikes me is the mouth is closed and it has lips, so we can't see any like teeth hanging out or anything, which makes it look a bit less scary, but I'm fine with that. I like the more sort of naturalistic look. Obviously, whether or not theropods had lips has been heavily debated, but I quite like this reconstruction. Until it's conclusively proven that they didn't have lips, I'm going to say I like this. The head's got that sort of, you know, quite classic carnosaur shape with the little sort of crests above the eyes. And if we turn it this way, you can see it's got those nice ridges along the top. It's got some interesting sort of spikes or potentially like quills around it, almost very iguana-like. So I can see the sort of aesthetic they're going for there. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm not sure if I like these sort of iguana image at all. Moving down to the arms, they have been sculpted pretty nicely. They've got nice individual fingers with black paint on the claws. I will say, it's a bit odd. This is meant to be a scenting pose, by the way. So the idea is the dinosaur is walking along, it's lifted its head up to take a nice sniff of the air. But if it's doing that, why does it have its arms out? As if it's like trying to catch a basketball or something. Like, this would make more sense to me for a fighting pose. I think it would just make more sense that the arms were just hanging down by its sides instead of like reaching out with the claws outstretched. Moving down the body, I don't know if you can see, but there's some of these bigger like sort of scoots here and there, but there is some really quite nice scale detail under that, which is quite impressive for such a small model. These spikes as well running down the back are very well done considering how small of a scale this is. Moving down to the tail, it's just a straight tail with a slight curve this way, nothing too spectacular. Other side. Nice, nice, nice. Got just black eyes. CollectA, I noticed, do this quite often with their dinosaurs in general, or just their figures in general. They don't tend to do too much paint on the eyes, like an eye colour and then a pupil. They tend to just make them all black, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think it's okay. The colour scheme, I like it. I like the splash of yellow around the eye. I like that. That's quite eye-catching. Not so sure about this, because this almost makes it look like it, like around the snout, because that almost makes it look like it has a beak, which isn't something. I'm pretty sure we do have fossils of the front half, like this bit of Neovenator's skull, and it definitely didn't have any kind of beak or anything like that. But other than that, and the feet being ever so slightly too big, I actually quite like this guy. He's very small, but, you know, I might have liked him to be a little bit bigger, but overall, quite a nice little model. Hi, I almost forgot, we got to do outside photos now. Just doing some size comparisons real quick. I'm going to start off with a bit of an old classic, which is the Carnegie, Safari Carnegie Baryonyx. I choose this because these are two animals which actually did live in, you know, the same part of the world, and I believe at roughly the same time. We also have the PNSO Allosaurus, which, as you can see, kind of dwarfs our Neovenator, you know, so like quite a bit. So I do kind of wish this was a little bigger, but not too much, because Neovenator wasn't a huge animal. I'm also going to bring in some other Carcharodontosaurids, like which I seem to have an ever-expanding collection of. So we've got the CollectA Hunting Mapusaurus here, and just to show you how small this thing is, here's the Eofauna Giganotosaurus. Put the Neovenator sort of next to it. You can see just the size compact difference here. And for one more comparison, just because I use it in all of my review videos to have a consistent size comparison, we have the CollectA Deluxe Coolosuchus. Now, obviously, this is not a realistic size comparison. In real life, Neovenator was considerably taller and longer than Coolosuchus. In fact, with this could be maybe a baby Neovenator next to the cooler here. And in fact, there you go. But with that, thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to know my rating on this guy, ooh, I think I'll give him a 3 out of 5. If not, maybe like a 2.8 out of 5, but that seems too low. I'll give him a 3 out of 5. He's a very nice little model. He's just nothing special, really. Like, he isn't the most detailed, but he is pretty well detailed for such a small model. He's not the most scientifically accurate because of the feet. He has got a cool pose. Yeah, he's just very solid. Do I recommend him? Yes, I do. But I don't think he's the best thing ever. But I'm happy to have him in my collection. So without further ado, Scrubwood Studios signing out.